Hello everyone, welcome to another video on valuation. In this video, we are going to talk about another important valuation ratio, that is the price to book value ratio. This ratio is mainly used in the case of financial stocks, be it banks or NBFCs or microfinance institutions or whatever it is. So why we use book value per share instead of earnings per share in the case of financial stocks? There are two major reasons for that. One is the nature of the business itself. It is a leveraged business. Second is money is the raw material in this business. So we will discuss about these things more in detail now. Now let us try to understand the nature of financial business in detail. Now from here on we will discuss it from the context of banks. So first question is how much a bank can lend based on its net worth. These are actually laid down by RBI in the capital adequacy regulations. So let us try to understand things in simple terms. So let us assume that a bank can lend anywhere between 7 to 10 times its net worth. So how will a bank do? The bank collects money from public in the form of deposits, and this money is the raw material for the bank. The bank then gives out loans to those who need it, and then it earns interest on it. Then it pays a part of the interest to depositors for providing the capital. So it also pays back when the money is due to the depositors. So this is the basic nature of this business. So and also when we look at the bank balance sheet, so what are the major items? These are borrowings or deposits and advances or assets. Borrowings and advances are the two major items, and fixed assets are a very small portion of the balance sheet. So what happens if some portion of the loans does not get repaid or does not come back? Of course, banks factor in some defaults when they give out loan, and they also plan for this. But what if the default percentage or the default is more than expected, or the loss is more than expected? In such a case, a bank find it difficult in two ways. One, it will find it difficult to repay the depositors, and two, it will find it difficult to meet the capital adequacy requirements for the continuity of the business. So at such a point, a bank has the option to go to market and raise money. So to an extent, this bad loan issue or this defaults may not go serious, and the bank will be able to raise money and continue the business as usual. But if the bank, if the defaults is beyond a certain limit and the bank is not able to raise money, then the problem gets serious, and this is what we usually refer to as crisis situation, and maybe the bank can collapse. So now let us look at, so beyond what percentage of bad loans will this crisis deepen? So we will look at these things in detail, and finally the relevance of book value, or the relevance of looking deep into the book of a bank, that also we will discuss in detail. Now let us discuss a situation where what happens if 10% of the loans go bad. Then it can actually wipe out the entire net worth of a bank, because as we mentioned earlier, a bank can lend 7 to 10 times its net worth. Now let us try to understand this from a real life example. Let us take the case of Yes Bank. So if you can see from the financials that the NPAs shot up in FY 2020. So Yes Bank was one among the most favored stocks in stock market for quite a long time. Then the bank had reported over 4,000 crores in net profit in FY 2018. So the problems, all the problems started when RBI disallowed the reappointment of his promoter managing director in 2019, and then the bank had to appoint a new CEO, and he could not actually raise capital from the market, and then all the problems started for the bank. Then finally RBI had to intervene. So what happened in FY 2020, if you can see from the financials that the gross and net NPAs have significantly shot up, and the bank had to uh, write off this huge amount from its book value. That means whatever bad loans that it had at this point of time, it had to write off from the existing book value, because when new investors come in, they want the books to get cleaned up before putting money. So they will demand writing off all the existing bad loans from the net worth of the bank before recapitalization. So you can see that the share capital of the bank expanded by more than 5 times in 2020 itself, and then the bank had to go through another round of recapitalization, and so the share capital of this bank further expanded. So if we look at the share capital in 2019, it was just 460 crores, and it had expanded to more than 5,000 crores now. So what happened is that the book value of the bank, which used to be at nearly 120 rupees in FY 2019, that is now nearly 15 rupees per share after all this recapitalization. So 10 times new shareholders have actually come in. So as far as an existing shareholder is concerned, if his number of equity shares may be the same, it may remain the same, but what happens is that his overall equity interest has come down by 10 times. So this is what happens to a bank when something goes significantly wrong with the books. So if you take the EPS of S Bank, it was more than 18 rupees in 2018 when it reported over 4,000 crores in profits. So now, if the bank, even if the bank reports the same profit, the EPS will be just 1.7 rupees per share or so, because the share capital has gone up by 10 times, more than 10 times post all these issues. So this is actually what can happen to existing investors when something goes wrong with a bank, because the write-off is going to come from book value. So hope you understood the significance of book value in the case of a financial stock, and also the relevance of this price to book value ratio. So what is more important is that it is in trying to understand the quality of the book. So just don't avoid a stock because financial stock, just because it is trading at a premium to book value. Try to understand the book, and if it is worth paying for that, it is okay. And also, just don't jump into any financial stock just because the book value is so cheap, or the price to book value is ratio is so cheap. There can be some problem with the book which we do not know. So just simply don't jump into it. In either case, it is very important to understand the book itself, or the quality of the book itself. The stocks and sectors discussed here are only for illustrative purposes and are not our recommendations. For our recommendations, log on to primeinvestor.in. Also, if you liked this video, please do subscribe to our channel and also press the bell icon for future notifications. Thank you.